whenever I was I can remember the moment in time when I realized that I needed to have more boundaries, and it was when I had the twins.
Mm.
And I was working in the DC area, and I was running the #1 office up there. And I had taken 4 months off to have the twins, and I was all in on the twins, right? And the boys were just starting to walk and everything. And I remember being at home on the phone with an agent and the kids, and it might even been the weekend, and the boys tugged on my pants or whatever and said, "Mama," and I said, "Hold on one moment. I've got a call." And in that moment, I was like, wait a minute. When I'm at work, my kids don't call me and say, "Hey, I need to interrupt your job." Why do those people get to call me here?
Mm-mm.
And so I had this moment, like, no more. Like, that we definitely have to do that. And so when I moved to the Tampa office and started doing that, I was very clear. Same as like you. If it's an emergency, it's called 911. It is not called by telephone. Like, I'm not your person, right? And I still very similar. We travel a ton. We get very connected with the people who we are in front of, that we train and we coach, and we feel this affinity for helping them because we have a servant heart. Like, I think that's the hardest part, is we feel that way. And I think sometimes I forget it. So my coach likes to joke with me, who's hurt your feeling this, and usually it's only the people who I love the most.
Yeah.
And I have the most, whatever. And I remember her telling me this, and this really, because going back to our last episode, like, I will lose it on my kids. And it's all because she says anger shows up when a boundary is violated.
Ooh, that's a throat punch.
It was. And I go, okay, hold on. And I go back and I look and I go, I got super mad because somebody violated a boundary that I felt was something that they shouldn't do. And so I started picturing this in my mind, and listen, I think way outside the box. So crazy's going to show up on a constant basis.
Yep.
But I actually think about when someone tries to, penetrate the boundary, or they're trying to make me come outside of what I think is right or wrong. And it is my job to say no.
Yeah.
And if I choose, I'm not saying that I can think of it logically in the moment, but when I do it, I have to look back and go, well, I did that.
Yeah.